Welcome to the How You Profit show. And here's why we do this show. Over the years, over the 20 years of doing this, I just got tired of seeing so many content creators get caught on the hamster wheel of content, and listening to just create more content, just create more content, just create more
Mhm.
content, and that's a prescription for burnout. And so, what we want to do is instead of focusing on more content, take what you've created, your new and existing content, and turn it into products. And then turn your products into an entire system. So I want you to watch today with two questions in mind. Okay. The first question is, how can I use what Jeff and Anna are doing in my own business? And two, how can I get Jeff to do for me what he's doing for Anna today? And there'll be links about that at the end. So, Anna, welcome to the show.
Oh my God, thank you so much. That's been a fantastic introduction, and I love the name. By the way, how we profit, how to profit. Uh, I think you know why, right? It's so
Yeah.
related to how we grow. So,
Yeah. How we
so
grow, how you profit. And so, yeah,
I think this
because
was
because
this was
on
meant
your
to be a
last money magnet,
collaboration.
we talked about, naming your stuff. And I'd had content profit systems and content profit creators or whatever. And then I'm thinking about it while we're on the show. And then I went, wait a minute, it's right here in front of me. So how you profit instead of how we profit. So, yeah, thank you for that. Thank you for that. Um,
No, it's been all you, and this was meant to be a collaboration. I'm so thrilled to be here and to be with our wonderful audience. Thanks so much for inviting me.
oh, absolutely. My pleasure. Thank you for being here. So we're going to start with your Money Map Bootcamp as the core
Yeah.
product. Now, I've been in there, folks, twice. Okay. You've done it two times. I've been there both times. Keep learning, keep learning. And I want you to do the same. Uh, Anna, tell us a little bit about what's that about, and what are we starting with as a core product here?
Okay, so first of all, I hope you've been there twice because you really enjoyed it, not because you need it twice. I know you don't need it twice.
It really
And thanks so
enjoyed it.
much for
Yes,
that.
yes, yes.
It's been one of the programs that I truly loved. So Money Map Bootcamp. I think many people in our audience also know about it. I'm gonna run it again in July, by the way. So an updated version. People can still join and get all the goodies from what has already been registered, and I think there are over 20 materials already now, bonuses shared there.
Yeah.
But it's going to be rerun in July with an even
Excellent.
updated version. I don't have yet a date announced, but for sure will be after mid of July. So stay tuned, or
Yeah.
join the current batch and the
And as soon
community
as
there.
you do, get me the link so I can get everybody on there. All right. So
Of course,
this
it's
is a great product, folks. You need to be there. I've learned so much from it. And one of the things you did with it, Anna, was that you not only had the 3 days, but you had all kinds of associated material with it. I mean, I can't imagine how long that took to build all that. And so at first I thought, can we actually, flip that into other stuff? And I thought, yeah, I think we can, because the prequel product idea, a prequel is designed to get people to want your core product. Okay. It may be for people that aren't quite ready to spend that much, whatever. Okay. And so one of the things I thought for you with the Money Map Boot Camp is you got to have your head right about money before all this stuff works. Okay. So
Mm.
what if the prequel was a money map GPS? Looking at your thoughts and your blocks about money and getting those changed. What do you think about that?
Yeah. Well, so that's fantastic idea. I already drew a map actually for it, but we could also turn it into a GPS. Why not? The entire idea of this program, okay, to also give people a basic idea of it. It's about how to monetize, even if you are starting from scratch. How to monetize an audience, how to monetize your content
Right.
in a way that is not salesy, in a way that feels natural, and is
Right.
not focused on only one thing. Because if I want people to remember something from anything I say here is that there is no such thing as a one income stream. You cannot rely only on paid subscriptions or only
Amen.
on workshops or only on books or only on whatever. Okay. I this month had to, focus more, for example, on brand partnerships rather than workshops because the market can be volatile. The seasonality comes in. So everything, it has to be taken into account. So this is what the money map is about: how to monetize an audience, starting from understanding where you, even if you're starting from scratch, starting from understanding where you are, starting from your audience and not building on something fictive that everyone is, I don't know, seems like a trend to be doing, but actually starting from understanding what your audience really wants and needs and to it, then packing it into what I call an irresistible offer. The Godfather way, something you cannot resist not saying no
Offer
to.
you cannot
Not
refuse. Yes. Yes.
yeah, exactly. And then, transform that into multiple income streams that can work in your favor. So that's what the money map bootcamp it's all about. And of course, it's packed with content. Now, back to your idea, Jeff. The GPS is, I think, I don't know. I try to make it as complete as possible, putting, a roadmap, but it can definitely be also synthesized into a fast track version where you are plug and playing the templates and the toolkits that I have provided there. Because what I did was try to give a map of how
Right.
to do all of this, how to
Right.
understand your audience, create an offer, and then scale it. But it doesn't, it's not, how to say, it's not of do things only this way and you will succeed. I'm trying to help people do things in their way by giving multiple examples and
Right.
toolkits and templates that they
Right.
can apply to themselves. So
Oh,
I think,
absolutely.
the GPS is probably already there, and it definitely can be packed separately. But it's a wonderful idea, and I think it's somehow integrated already.
Okay. Yes. Well, that fits nicely. I mean, it can even be that piece that's already there, offered separately, that kicks them into the core product. Now you have, if I remember correctly, you have an offer after the boot camp, right? I just can't remember the name of it.
Yeah, the newsletter, the 100K accelerator.
I love that title.
So that offer, it's about, especially for people who have been through the money bootcamp and want to take things a little further. They
Uh-huh.
can work one on one with me, um, and have more than just those 3 days. Have 3 months actually of direct support from me, plus a more private community where we support each other, grow and collaborate.
Right.
But basically, it's what we covered in a money map and taken to a personal level. So I work with the people in the accelerator group one on one, and with weekly workshops as well, with weekly group workshops and my one-on-one time with them to
Right.
adapt, the monetization strategies to their own offerings, to their own specific situation, and help them win. And we have some amazing results. So it's a very private audience. I didn't want to keep it very large because obviously I don't want to work with 100 people in parallel. I want to really work one-on-one with them.
Yeah,
Um,
that would be
and
tough.
uh, and yeah, and the goal is to reach 100K per year or have a clear plan of reaching 100K per year in 3 months.
I love it. I love it. I love that in the title. Now that's the higher ticket thing, or
Mm-hmm.
offering. I was wondering if it would make any sense to maybe have a bridge between the Money Map Bootcamp and the 100K accelerator, um, because people are going to want to continue. But we all know not everybody's going to be able to go to the higher one yet. So, what do you think about a bridge in between, a smaller version or a shorter version or something like that?
Yeah, well, I think for me, the money map is the bridge.
Okay.
The way I thought about it is, and this is something that we talk also in the accelerator. You cannot go from, hey, my name is Anna, glad to meet you, to, hey, I want to sell you a $5,000 program.
Right.
Okay, that's the wrong way to do it. You need to build trust
Right. Yes.
with
Like
any
proposing on the
audience.
first date. Right.
Exactly. You cannot propose on the first date, right? Unless, I don't know, it's a miracle they're happening on in both their hearts. But if you trust someone even on a first date, only that you need a bit of proof, right? That things will be right for you. And let's face it, everyone is selling something these days. Everyone is selling programs. Everyone is promising, 50,000 subscribers overnight and fail
Yeah.
to do so.
Yeah. Right.
So my approach is, it starts actually from what I create on Substack, and this is what I invite everyone to do. It's really about sharing as much free value as you can, and good value. And if you look at my posts, most of them are free, at least to some point of
Right.
the what, I'm sharing for free because I think it's important to show people that you walk the talk. And that
Yes.
trust building starts
Absolutely.
from there. And then, I have various workshops that are much lower price than Money Map, um, that I'm running, some for free for my paid subscribers, some paid, or, where we tackle specific topics, specific little problems that, again, build trust. Because when you help people achieve something, even if it's a small step, that's when they can trust you, right? Otherwise, how can someone trust you? Then, for those who want to take things further, I know this program helps a lot. I have over 250 people now have joined this program, the Money Map, and I know the results they're having, and they're sharing them almost daily. Then we are having this program that is only going to get richer and, more fulfilling, which is also not at a fantastic price. So it's $497, and now it's still on sale, with under $200 that people can access it to. And then,
Yes.
is the next level, because it takes a certain commitment as well to work one on one with someone and to really want results. And I learned that if you really want to get to somewhere, and if you're really putting your best effort in, and your time, especially more than just an hour workshop, then you also have to price it accordingly. And, so for me, the Money Map is that bridge. And
Okay.
I'm also
Okay.
trying to, as an experience, Jeff, of course, it's always a good idea to think about new things that you can do, but I'm trying to rather reduce them down and to simplify. And I learned that that's what works best. You can test it to see what people need, what people want, and have multiple
Right.
offers.
Right.
And that's not a bad thing at all. But if the more you simplify, the easier it will be to deliver the value that you promise, if you found
Exactly. And
the right thing.
you've done a great job, I think, one of the best at making the move from your free stuff to your paid stuff, both within the three tiers and then outside. It's the smoothest I've seen. So congratulations on that. Now, there's
Thank you so
one
much.
there's one thing you do that I think we can monetize. Many that you do, but one thing in particular, because you've already got testimonials from a lot of people that have been through the Money Map program, and they have this huge increase of subscribers and income and all of these things. Okay, and we've seen them inside the school group, and now you're getting testimonials from the people you work with one on one, right? Um,
Yeah.
to me, that would be a great spin-off product, because let's play that up more. Maybe even make it a very low maintenance kind of recurring income thing, where every month somebody's featured. Here's what so and
Hmm.
so did, and you could play off your money map and talk about success maps. Okay, instead of testimonials, it's success maps. Here's how Sally went from here to there using the money map boot camp. Here's how Jim went from here to there using the money map boot camp. And you could do that as a one time price, but I just think it hollers for like a small recurring revenue kind of thing. I see you smiling, so what do you think about that?
I'm thinking, it's I think it's a good idea, and it's I think a good idea, especially when you don't have a lot of feedback for something you want to do further. So you're talking about like a portfolio of case studies that is
Yes.
paywalled. Yeah.
Yes.
and it can even become a book later on. And I think it's a great idea. It can actually even become a book later on,
Oh,
for
absolutely.
sure. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I like to keep this. I share a lot of case studies and, of course, the feedback. Probably I should share a little more at this moment. Um, for free because I'm just comfortable where I am right now with the offers. But I
Oh,
think
yeah,
it's
absolutely.
it's
And
a
keep
great
doing that.
idea.
Keep
Yeah, no, no,
doing
no.
that. I was just
Yeah,
thinking about going
yeah,
deeper with
yeah,
each
yeah, yeah,
with each
yeah,
one.
yeah. And again, the next step could be even creating I don't know, a podcast series or a book out of it. Definitely, I think it's fantastic.
You could have a lot of fun
And
with
to
that.
answer to David, no, I'm not on vacation, David. I just live here. Imagine that. You can do that by creating multiple income streams.
Exactly. Great
So this is
testimonial for
my
what we
this
do, right?
this terrace here is my working place.
I love it. I love it. Got a great background. Now, I forgot to mention this at the beginning, but want to bring it up as we're wrapping up. And this is a huge reason, folks, why you need to listen to Anna. The last time I saw you talk about it, you'd gone from, in 8 months, you'd gone from zero to 17K a month, right? And if I remember
Yeah.
right, that 17K has gotten larger, right?
Now it's over 40. Um, and it's, I'm not saying this, and I know you also didn't ask this, like, just since something sensational. Everyone can do it. Um, and truly, everyone can do it. You just really need to put yourself out there, but there is a way to do it. And for me, that way starts with understanding what your audience wants. What are your strengths to
Amen.
focus on solving the problems for your audience? Truly creating a clear, simple, not smart, clear, simple offer for that audience, and then not getting stuck into having only one offer. I mean, you have to be adaptive. This month, everyone is on vacation right now, so whether they live in a nice place like this one that I'm living in, or they they live somewhere else, you have all witnessed that there are less people willing now to subscribe to paid subscriptions, to join your workshops, or to even just subscribe for free because people are on vacation. That's what happens during summer. So you have to be flexible. You cannot rely on, oh my God, I don't have paid subscriptions now. What do I do? Right? You need to have options always in your hand. I always work with 3 to 5 in, income streams, and I would focus them based on seasonality. And everyone can do this the moment they become aware of it. And like you said, Jeff, there are so many ways of monetizing and cashing in something that you do well even further. You take your case studies and you make a paid podcast out of it, and it will be so valuable and useful for your audience. I think that's really a fantastic idea, and I hope many people here will just take it and run with it.
Yes.
Or you can create a series of toolkits, and again monetize that based on something that worked for you. Or hey, are you very good at writing? Just again, do a program about that. There are so many ways of monetizing, as long as you are willing to put in the work as well.
To put in the work and then to pivot when you need to. And see, even though some people are taking vacations and not wanting to do this or not wanting to do that, I think the worst thing creators can do is go, well, I'm not going to do anything this summer because everybody's gone. That's
Yeah,
crazy. Back when I was
yeah,
a counseling psychologist down in Florida, the belief was it got so hot there, everybody went north for the summer, right? And they expected to have a dip. First couple
yeah,
summers, I had a dip because I expected it. And then one spring, I went, I'm not going to do a dip this summer. And I started doing different things like group
yeah,
with adults and different stuff. And I never had a dip again. So, yeah, folks, this is a good time to work extra. Now, as we head
yeah. And
towards
and one
wrap
more,
up, yeah, please go ahead.
yeah, maybe one more thing. I think it's equally important to truly enjoy what you're doing and not trying just to copy someone because they seem successful. because not doing something you enjoy means that you will always be struggling. So
That's called a
I'm
job.
pregnant. Yeah, I'm almost 7 months pregnant right now, and I would love to, I don't know, be not doing anything, if possible. But yet, I love what I do, and I still make time to, create time for my clients, and post online because I love what I do.
Yes,
And
that's huge.
it becomes a thing about that, not about, okay, how much money do I make, or how do I struggle to just make this content. The moment you enjoy what you do and play on your strengths and not on what seems fashionable, things truly start to fall into place.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Folks, thank you for joining us today. We got a couple more things before we wrap up.
Sure.
Anna's going to get me when it's ready the next money map. Uh, the next.
Yeah, link for
Thank you.
sure.
The link. Yeah, I couldn't think of the word. Jeez. The link. Um, the Money Map boot Camp. Those of you that aren't in it need to be in it. Hey, Denise, you just joined us. Um, and also, if you've been watching this thinking, you know what, I'd like to be sitting right where Anna is, and I don't mean the beautiful background. Yes, we'd like to sit there, but I mean in the profit seat. There's a link for that. You just go to it's simple. You just go to jeffherring.com/flip. Okay. And all of this stuff, including the what we've mapped out here today, will be in the show notes when this comes out tomorrow. So with that, Anna, thank you so much
I thank you.
for being a great guest, and good luck on the pregnancy. It's a wonderful, beautiful thing. Is this your first?
Yes.
Oh wow!
Yes.
Oh
And it's
wow!
a girl.
Oh yay! Yay for her. Okay, two tips from this veteran dad. Okay,
Yeah, tell
and it
me.
looks like you're already doing one. Between now and birth, you guys do everything you wanted to ever do spontaneously because the spontaneity, as you know, ends. And then the other thing I tell people is soak up every second because mine are 30 and 23, and it feels like it went like that.
Yeah.
That saying that the days are long and the years are short is very, very true. So soak it all up, and we'll be talking about that some more. Okay, folks, the next show.
Appreciate it.
Oh, my pleasure. The next show will be later this week. You'll get information about that. And I've got a person that's out of my own old field. She's a clinical therapist. And what we're going to do is use this system to help her do what I did. Because what I did, Anna, was I traded my couch for a mouse to do this online stuff. And that's what Ellen wants to do too. So we'll let you know about that. Thank you all for being here. And as always, go use this stuff, and we'll catch you next time. And thanks again, Anna.
Thank you so, so much to everyone. And thank you to you, Jeff. You're doing a fantastic thing with
Uh,
this show.
thank you. My pleasure. Thanks for being here.
Cheers.